Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Cinders. Now, this is something which we've kind of spent a few minutes trying to go over and figure out what we should do. And we've had mixed feelings on it, really. Because on one hand, it feels like we should try to do it on our own.
Right.
We're not trying to get the prince. We're not trying to do the whole thing with, you must do this by midnight or else your clothes will turn back to normal and the thing will turn to a pumpkin or whatever and all that stuff. I don't remember this story at all, but no, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to get with the other guy. So we don't really need her help, I don't think. But then at the same time, you just mentioned you want to say what you were saying just before this.
Well, if our mom sacrificed herself so that the fairies would help us, and now we're like, nah, we're good, then why did our mom die?
That's a good point too. And maybe she would help us in some other way since we're on this guy's route, which I'm not even sure if that's true or not, or if it's just always the same help every time. But I kind of want to try it on our own and see what happens.
Yeah.
Since I just saved, we can always go back to this.
It's
if
not
we
like
do
we
want to try a
remember our
different
mom
route.
anyway.
So, yeah, we make our own fate. At least we're trying to.
I see. I'm sorry, but this is a bit too much for me. The future is unknown as it is. Adding another unknown to it won't make things easier. I don't know what your offer really means. Besides, once I give up my right to make my own decisions, I become a prisoner of fate or luck or something else. Something I don't understand. I won't risk that. My decisions belong to me alone.
I like that what she said there. That's pretty good.
You are small, but your illusions are great. Are we really that small? What choice do you speak of? What fate would you like to forge on your own? Your limbs are already shackled, but you like to listen to your own voice too much to be able to hear them clatter. Oh, your tools are forged. Your route is planned. You are an artifice, but not of your own making. Maybe there are some things I can't change, but it only makes the decisions I can make all the more precious. Are you trying to tell me that it's all set in stone? That I was played like a pawn on a chessboard?
Like we're just some character in a game? What are you trying to say here?
You were born, were you not?
Well, I think that's fairly obvious.
Your words are stubborn, like your mother's before she understood. Your choices carry weight, like the one you are making now, but they will not be heavy enough. Such things fly like feathers when fate blows. You do not want to see, but you need our aid. That is why we have come. Maybe I am wrong, but it is my choice. As long as I have one, I prefer to do things my own way. Your path is unfolding. Soon you will have to act and make a choice. You will be guided by your blood and nature. When it will come to pass, we will be waiting for you. I still can't believe it, any of it. And yet your blood speaks otherwise. You are your mother's daughter. Your fate has brought you to the lake, and the lake is watching you. You keep on repeating things like that. Well, why me? What makes me so special? Special? What can be special for fate? No, you are simply a thread, and like all threads, you deem your own pattern special simply because it is yours. I guess it does make sense. Now go home and rest. The time of change is upon you, and you will need strength to carry its weight. But know this, you will remember about us this time. You will remember, or you will receive tenfold the weight your fate has in store for you.
Hey, we didn't accept anything. Don't be making any promises like that.
And you will regret being so forgetful. Ah!
Hey, we didn't make any deal with you, so don't go trying to pull any of that crap on me.
I'm scared. Wake up, Cinders. Does every day have to start with us having to wake you up personally? Rise and shine, sis.
Well, why did you both have to come here?
What is it? Oh, is it morning already? Someone had an eventful night. I've had the strangest dream. At least, I think it was a dream, or maybe... There's no time to discuss dreams, Cinders. We're leaving. What time is it? Time when only strumpets and their johns are up and about.
Oh, well then.
Sophia, that was vile. That was the truth. It's barely sunrise and I should be fast asleep. Don't expect me to prance like some deranged pony just because there's some big ridiculous party coming up. Why did you have to get up then? What
Are they getting their measurements taken?
It's not ridiculous. I mean, there are preparations to be made and we should be taking them seriously. We had to get up an hour ago. We need to get those dresses corrected and who knows how much time that will take. Oh yes, the grand ball. Come on, we need to go, now! Yes, I'm coming. Cinders will be gone for the rest of the day. The house will be left under your supervision. Do you think you can manage that?
Oh, sure, we can manage that.
How can you have any doubts about our little treasure? Just because the distance between her slender fingers and reality is so large doesn't mean she's useless. I'm sure she'll manage to burn the house at least 3 times over come noon.
All right, enough.
Such a splendid idea, so out of touch with reality. I love it. As a sign of my gratitude, I shall burn your room first. You're both hopeless. Let's go, Sophia. Goodbye, Cinders. Yeah, toodles and watch your fingers.
Real funny.
Goodbye, Gloria. Keep Sophia clear of any sharp objects, all right? Bye, Sophia. You little sociopath.
All right, so we got some time on our own.
Everybody's gone except me. Back to their important businesses, plots, and grand balls. Why would they care about what I may want? It's just poor little Cinders, no one important. What could such a meek creature do but just sit and whine, and then comply? Well, not this time. Today is going to be different. It's the first day of the rest of my life, and it's high time I made some changes. I don't yet know how, but I'm going to the ball.
Oh.
And I'll make their jaws drop.
Well,
Why are you going
apparently.
to the ball? And when I get back,
Never mind.
everything is going to be different. Well, I guess he's going to be there, right?
I guess that's true.
I wonder if I can just make my life normal. Funny, this seems to be the hardest thing to achieve. Normal life, love, friendship, and respect from the family. I want to live like a free girl. I want to have adventures, like meeting the prince tomorrow. Why do you want to meet the prince? And I'm going to work hard to get it. I will go to that ball and show Carmosa, Sophia, and Gloria what I'm worth. I need a plan, though, or at least a dress, and a way to get into the ball. The rest I can just wing.
Well, if I knew we were just going to go anyway, then I
know.
I would have taken up the fairy on her offer.
Damn it. Both Madame Gade and that creature from the lake offer to help me when I finally know what I want. I swear, it's like I have 2 fairy godmothers.
Oh, interesting.
Having help is a nice change, though, a sign the tables are already turning. So whose word should I trust?
Oh no, there's going to be another decision.
Oh, to whom would it be better to be indebted? Who's less likely to mess it up for me?
What?
Oh, no!
Should we go with Madame Gade or the fairy?
I don't know. Madame Gade is kind of like dark magic, isn't she?
Yeah, she has some... There's a lot of rumors about her, but the...
She said she's not a witch.
Pearl told us that she was just a normal person.
But she also used to be his lover, so that's kind of awkward, but whatever. And then the fairy is scary. I'm afraid.
A little bit scary, yeah.
But she's pretty.
Wow, this is such an odd choice. I didn't know we'd be going this way.
Why do we have 2?
Well, since we already kind of turned down the fairy once,
Yeah.
maybe, since we're still playing at this point, we'll go with Madame Gade and see how that pans out.
Sure.
And like I said, we might go back later. Maybe next time we will see what the fairy says if we accept their aid the first time around. I don't know. It's really odd.
Maybe
I didn't know
like
we'd go this way.
the fairy would be if you wanted to go for the prince, like get completely dolled up. But Madame Gade is like a human, so she'll do whatever.
I have no idea
you'll
where it's
just
gonna
look
take
good
us.
instead of magical. The fairies are like an abyss. You shouldn't stare into them too much, not to mention trusting them. How could I spend the rest of my life waiting for the price tag to appear on my happiness? And I'd probably have to pay dearly. Once you leave your happiness to fate, you become a slave of it. I can easily turn at any moment. It can easily turn at any moment. Gade's ways may be morally gray and selfish, but at least she's straightforward about it. Life isn't always peachy. She knows what she wants and how to get it, which is more than I've done up until now. But let's not be too hasty. I just remembered what the captain said about the father's last will.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's been telling us you have to go deal with.
If it really exists and I could find it, then things could turn out quite interesting. And since Carmosa was so kind as to leave the house and
That's
her
exactly what I
study
was thinking.
unattended, do it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Where would
All
we
right.
go?
I mean, go to find Madame Gade, I'm assuming.
Oh.
So yeah, search a room. That's what I was leaning towards the first time around. That's why I was so confused when I was like, oh, we have to do one of these.
Like, what? Carmosa's room. This place is so creepy. Must be all the spite collected in the walls through the years. Being here makes me uneasy. I feel like she's gonna jump out the cupboard any time.
All right, let's be quick though. We don't have all day.
I know, stop monologuing. I wonder what would happen if she caught me.
No, stop this.
How far would she go?
Enough of this.
So far, she's been very good with her scary words, but they were only words nonetheless. All right, let's have a look around. Do we get to point and click? This place looks like a cell in a monastery. There were many more items here when Father was still alive.
I mean, you think if there was a will, she probably would have, like, burned it by now or something.
Yeah,
You know, why would she just keep it around? That'd be foolish, but it probably is, I'm assuming.
Like his favorite globe that he used to teach me geography with. There are many countries in this world, Cinders. Some are completely unlike ours.
Wow, great
Did you
rendition.
like my dad voice? I remember how surprised I was when I learned that there are lots of kings and queens and princes and dukes and castellans.
Castellans,
I think.
Yeah.
I used to fantasize about all those exotic archipelagos where people use magic to tame the ocean. Shut up. Was that a true story or something he made up? Maybe a bit of both. But the globe's gone and so are my fantasies. It's incredible how empty this room is. Oh my god, stop! If people define themselves through the objects that they surround themselves with, Carmosa is an empty shell. It's like,
Now's not the time for this poetry.
Nothing so far. Alright, there's her desk, the most obvious place, so I doubt she hid anything there.
It's not going to be in this room, is it?
Some old shopping list, more papers. Oh, a receipt for the ball dresses. She wasn't kidding, they were really expensive.
She sold the whole house for them.
I swear, any time now I'm going to find Carmosa's secret plans for world domination. What's this? I give, devise, and bequeath all of the residue and my estate. Hell take me, that's it! Looks like I was wrong. I can't believe it. It's father's last will. She really put it in her drawer. This is so awkward. Doesn't matter. Let's have a look. I, the undersigned, declare, in the case of my death, my wife is to become... my wife. So Carmosa is the rightful owner of the house after all. Not good.
Unless it's a fake will.
That's true. But here's an interesting part. In case my wife is unable to perform her duties as the head of the house, all rights and residue are to pass unto my prime daughter. Did you have unprime ones?
Uh-oh.
This is clear enough. In case of father's death, the house is to pass unto Carmosa. But should something happen to her, I'm the next in line.
Oh.
This is not as good as I hoped, but can still turn out to be extremely useful. No need to linger. I better go before one of our servants sees me snooping here and tells Carmosa.
So, well, I guess we're heading for the town.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. We're in the moment.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Things are picking up.
I wonder if Madame Gade is at her store. I hope she isn't in trouble with the townsfolk again. That brazen simpleton!
No, but she's in town.
Well, duh, we had to know that. She's going to the tailor's. It's Carmosa. I better hide. A craftsman, he calls himself. A man of trade. If it were up to me, he'd be out of business. Vulgar cretin. Need more time, milady. It can't be done, milady. Idiot. I need to find another tailor. A good one. How could he be so incompetent? He saw how important this is. He said he needed more time, but there's a whole night he could spend working on those corrections. People are so brazen these days. Or maybe they just have private lives with normal families. What was that? Oh, I was just cursing at the state of the modern society and how merchants, craftsmen, and all sorts of other people are just not what they used to be in the past. When they were all extremely skillful, cheap, humble, polite, dedicated to their work, and always eager to help a lady in need.
Yes, of course.
I really hope that wasn't irony, girl. You know how I don't... No, of course... Alright, it's clear. Looks like they weren't that lucky with their dresses in the end. But now they're going back. Never mind that. I need to go to
they're going
Gade's.
to find another tailor, they said.
Oh, okay.
So we still have time, I guess.
Hello? Are you here, Gade? I need your help. I've made up my mind. I know what I must do. I don't remember her voice at all. Hello, Cinders. Please calm down. There's no need to hurry so much. I was expecting you anyway. So the good folk in the town are right. You are clairvoyant. Oh yes, my third eye pierces through the veils of secrets and lies with the arcane blade of logic. Well, at least the townsfolk find it to be arcane. I know about the masquerade tomorrow, and I saw Carmosa scuttling through the town. So what is it exactly that you've made up your mind about, girl? So you know that Carmosa wants her daughters to attend the grand ball. She wants the event to raise the family's status in society. Yes, I have gathered as much. She also wants me to stay at home. She says we all have a part to play, and mine is to clean the house for the future distinguished guests. This is not surprising. She knows you'd upstage your sisters with little trouble. Maybe she does. It doesn't matter. I just need to go. I need to get to the palace. I'm sick and tired of having to give up my dreams all the time. I want freedom, and I want a bit of space for myself. I deserve it. I want Carmosa and her daughters to finally see me as an equal. Besides, I think it's going to be magical tomorrow, and I get to meet the prince. Shut up about the prince. A little fairy tale of my own. Laugh at me all you will, but I really need that. I start to feel as if Hermosa robbed me of everything that's magical, beautiful, or fun about life, and then replaced it with constant worry and competition. I need to prove myself that those things can still happen, that I'm not as broken as her daughters. Besides, that's only the beginning. After the ball, my life is going to take a turn. Things will change.
Really now?
You sound very convinced. May I know how exactly are you going to make this change happen? Unlike all the other young girls unhappy with their lives? I sort of hope that you could help me with the details. But I basically have 2 routes of action I could take. I could try to escape the town and start all over, or I could try to take control of the house from Hermosa's hands. Indeed you could, but why limit yourself? Why not become the queen? Yes, that's an option too. Since I'm going to the ball, I might as well win the prince's heart. Why? I can see you smirking, but I assure you that I'm serious about all of this. That you are. It's heartwarming to see you so confident about your plans, Cinders. There is much of your mother in you. There were times when she was very determined to act against all odds as well. Is that how you see my situation? Am I throwing myself against the high tide? How I see your situation matters little, both to you and your situation. Points of view are nothing more than what they are, points from which things are seen, never the things themselves. It's always easier to learn about a point of view rather than a thing. More often than not, things remain secret. They are uncertain. But one thing is certain, choice. What is your goal? I told you, I want to finally break free and... Yes, and you gave me 3 possible routes how you could make that happen. But at this point, there aren't any better than the miller's daughter's bedtime dreams of becoming a circus acrobat. If you are serious about it, you need to decide what it is exactly that you want, and then maybe I can help you to form an actual plan. What I really want...
What we really want.
Well, it's not go for the prince. I'm letting you know now.
No, it's not the prince, that's for sure. I don't know, we could try to retake the residence or escape town with parole. Parole was kind of like, oh, he wanted to leave town as well.
Yeah.
But is retaking the residence kind of doing that as well, or is that separate?
I don't know, I feel like, would she want to be the head of a household with, like, servants? I feel like she's kind of more like a small, like a cottage girl.
Yeah, kind of more like that, I guess.
But maybe since she's been doing work her whole life, she wants servants to do it for her? I don't know.
I don't know, I'm conflicted. It's either one of those. I'm not sure. Do you just straight up escape or try to retake the residence?
If she retakes the residence, does she kick out her family and then they have, like, no place to live?
Well, based on the will that we found, it said that we had to show that Hermosa was unable to run the house.
Yeah.
And then we would take over.
That seems difficult to do.
Well, Pearl said that we could get Hermosa thrown in jail if we get evidence that she forged the invitations to go to the masquerade.
That's
which we
true.
kind of have with the shady character,
But where is he?
we'd have to, like, do more with him and try to figure out a way to prove it. And he's not a very reliable source, though.
Obviously. He's shady.
So what are you leaning towards?
I think escaping, but that's, like, the easy route, isn't it?
That's what I was thinking, too. It seems too easy. Like, yeah, we could just escape town at any time, really. Just, you know, Parole retires, he gets that estate that the prince promised, and then we just go off together is what I'm assuming happens if we do that. And maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, if we're just going to try to end up with him. It is supposed to be that simple, maybe.
Maybe.
And if we get too ambitious, I don't know where that would lead us.
That's true.
I really don't know.
Maybe if we had talked more with our, like, old childhood friend Tobias, we could retake the residence, because maybe we'd have evidence from him.
I'm kind of curious to see where that goes, though. Like, did we find out enough things to try to retake it from Hermosa?
I don't know.
Maybe? But
We do have the law on our side.
we do have the law on our side. We have an in with the head of law enforcement in this town,
Yeah,
at least.
but he did not accept our body.
He still hasn't retired yet, so he could help us with that, I guess. I don't know. It's so much to... Okay. We'll escape town and see what
Okay.
happens.
Okay. The truth is that not much good awaits me here. Retaking the residence from Hermosa peacefully just won't happen.
Yeah.
And wooing the prince to become queen? Please, this is the real world we're talking about. No, my only chance for freedom is a fresh start. I have to escape this place, break free from the prison that is my current life. High-born young girls running away from their life in big mansions, it's not exactly unheard of. Are you sure you're not just trying to get some attention? Oh yes, because all I need is more attention from Cremosa and her daughters. This isn't helpful, and you know I'm serious. Besides, I know someone who tends to leave any town she's currently residing in as soon as people start doing pranks to her cat. I don't have a cat. I hate cats. Cats are trouble. Well, I can be trouble too. Are you going to help me or not? All right, you've made your point. Yes, I will help you, but I need to know your exact plans. Traveling alone can be dangerous. You can believe me. Is there someone who would be willing to go with you?
As a matter of fact...
Yes, there is. I talked with the Captain Perrault quite a bit, and I think I can convince him to go with me. You did what? Perrault? Are we talking about the same good captain?
Uh-oh.
Why is that funny?
Well, we know they had a relationship, Cinders. Come on.
I know. Well, you either are very persuasive or my old friend changed his taste considerably and is now hunting for the younger meat.
Oh!
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you two used to be close. I told you this would be awkward. From what I gathered, it wasn't anything serious. I apologize. I shouldn't... Don't apologize. You are completely right. It wasn't serious. It was...
Oh, it was a one-night stand.
Forget about it. I'm just surprised, that's all. And impressed. Tell me, do you think this is a good idea? You know him better than I. As far as escape plans go, this one is indeed very good. Perrault is someone you can trust. If you really think you can convince him, just go and talk to him already. He should be en route, patrolling the town. Yes, I'll do that, and thanks! It looks like we have a plan then. Which is much more than what you had when you came here.
That's true.
It's true. I think I know where I stand now, for the first time in a long time. Still, I just have to go to the ball first.
Wait, we are still going to the ball?
Why? But the way things are now, the ball is just a silly girl's dream. I don't even have a dress. Ha, I'm going to surprise you here. That is the least of your troubles right now. I'll get you a dress. One of my old ones, actually.
Really?
Look at what she's wearing. I used to wear it when I was about your age, and believe me, I melted many hearts in it. Did you melt a certain captain's heart with it? I really don't know if... Oh, I'm sure you'll love it.
If you insist.
I'll have it cleaned and ready for the ball. Just pay me a visit before you go to the palace and I'll give it to you. I should also be able to find some way to allow you inside the palace, so don't worry about it. I just need to pull some strings. Oh, the captain can let us in, come on. Gade, I'm really grateful for your help. I don't know what I would do without you. Don't mention it. I made a promise to your mother, remember? And a few words of advice in an old dress don't cost me that much. You might even say I managed to pay my debt cheaply. Oh, cheaply?
Cheaply, you say?
Well, I'm about to leave this town and was afraid that you might come asking for something requiring an actual effort. Oh. Haha, Madame Gade, selfish as ever. Do I look like some magical helper from the enchanted realm to you? I'm no fairy godmother, Cinders. And you're very lucky I'm not one of the little folk. Now go, all is set, you know what to do.
Oh, the little folk. Well, oh, it's her again. I guess we'll see in the next part if we can convince the captain to come with us. Seemed like he was leaning in that direction, but is he still going to go for it? Well, we'll find out next time. Until then, take care, everyone.
Bye.